Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV for the, you won't believe this. Look at this. Shorts today. Shorts. Got the old cutoff camos out. It's the 22nd of December. That's right, 22nd of December, 2013. Got the cutoff camos. So we'll see how it goes. It was 70-some degrees yesterday. Today it's kind of rainy, but hopefully the sun will come out and heat things up, and maybe we'll hit 80. I don't know, but anyhow, it's been a long time since I wore, in this area anyway, cut-off camos in December. So how y'all doing, everybody? Got a couple interesting things to show you on this 22nd of December as we're getting ready for Christmas here in the free country of America. A couple of interesting video things I want to show you today. So let's go. Both of them are on News Channel 8, which is an important it's an important station there. If I can get these cords, all these cords all things here. Let's go over to the television here and crank up the volume so you can hear it. And there she is. Oh no, wrong place. Let's find what we're looking for here. We want to go see the Arch Campbell show this week. And let's check it out.
He's our dear friend Bob Madigan from WTOP. Bob,
hey Arch,
welcome to the program. And you know, Bob, I wanted to have you on because you've been on WTOP for many, many years, and you are retiring.
Indeed, I am.
And I don't know, how can radio survive without Bob Madigan and the Man About Town segment?
Well, this is actually something that will have to be scientifically researched, and then we'll get the NIH involved, and maybe in 5 to 10 years we'll have an answer.
You had that great, you used to drive around in a Lincoln Continental. Hello, I'm the Man About Town in my Lincoln Continental.
It was a Lincoln town car.
A town car.
Town car.
I say, well, what are you driving these days now that you're retiring?
A 1997 Ford Explorer, but it's 2 doors.
That was a little softball I gave you for Christmas, and that didn't go back. We're going to miss you on WTOP.
Well, thank you very much.
You and I have stood cheek by jowl on many, many red carpets, and so I wanted to have you over tonight and to celebrate you and your career. So first, big hand for Bob Madigan.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, you're moving up to Maine. It's not cold enough here.
Maine is not cold, is it?
They didn't tell you?
I better go check this out.
Yeah,
I'll be back in a little bit.
Put that into Google. Well, now first, before you leave, you get to introduce our first guest, so please do the honors.
I do, and Arch, your first guest, has enjoyed great success, both on and off Broadway.
Oh.
She's been...
Okay, anyhow, he's the guest host. He was the guest host on the Arch Campbell show this week. Bob Madigan, the Man About Town, is retiring from WTOP after like 20 years at the station, and he's going up to Maine, so he's leaving. Okay, so now the next thing we want to show you is also on the DVR menu here. This is from News Talk. Bruce DePuyt. Bruce. I'm just going to call him Brucey Bruce over there at News Channel 8, interviewing somebody really cool, even cooler than Bob Madigan, if that's possible.
Just about now, our colleague, Gordon Peterson, having decided that after a 25-year run, it's time to pull the plug. Many of you know that Martin Agronsky hosted the show for many years before Gordon took it over. Agronsky and Company and Inside Washington don't just air here on our stations, on ABC7 and on News Channel 8. They air on many, in fact most, PBS stations around the country. I had the chance to talk with Gordon about the show's long run. Gordon, I knew you had been at this a while. I didn't know it was 25 years.
Inside Washington, 25 years. The career goes a little longer.
But this weekend marks a significant passing for those who like discussion of political issues and like it at a certain kind of elevated level. I mean, Inside Washington has been, for a lot of people, something special.
Thank you for elevated. I appreciate that. There are times when it's not so elevated, but we do our best. Yeah, 25 years. That's our end point. December 20th. We'll tape the last show on December 20th.
Why?
It seemed like a good time. I thought about this at the end of the last election. I talked to the panel in January, and I thought, we still have our fastball pretty much. We have a couple of change-ups, and you want to go out when you're at the top of your game. And so that's what we're doing. I wanted it to be our idea and not somebody else's.
Does the issues that come along are unique, they're new, they're different, and yet if you choose to be jaded or cynical about it, you can be. You can say, this one's fighting with that one again, or gridlock again. Your panel doesn't ever seem to succumb to that kind of negativity. Do you ever feel like we've been here before?
Well, really, people say there's nothing new in Washington, but it's our government is always renewing itself. You may not like the changes, but they are happening. A change is the only constant in life. My idea was to put together a bunch of people who, while they might disagree, sometimes disagree strongly, at the end of the day would be pretty good friends and would occasionally have a good time doing it. You invite some people to your house. Dinner is over. You have a spirited discussion. Sometimes it's angry. Sometimes it's loud. You have a few laughs. You shake hands, hug a few people, everybody's friends, you go home. That's what I'm aiming for, a good dinner table conversation.
And the thing I've always tried to do, and sometimes it's a bit of a struggle, sometimes when you're in the hallway with folks and they're letting their guard down a bit because it may be just the two of you or a small group, you get a few layers deeper into the candor than what folks may sometimes be willing to say.
All right, folks, so there's Gordon Peterson saying goodbye there on News Channel 8. What else do we got on the DVR here? Look at this. This is a really good series. The Story of Film and Odyssey on TCM. Got that.
Our guide
That's really cool. I'll catch that up. Oh, wait, hold on here. Hold on here. Oh, hold on here. Okay, let's see. Where's the exit button? And turn it off to drive me. Now, the other thing here's what I think that they should do is with Gordon Peterson there and Inside Washington is that they should get drunk. They should have a show where everybody's got a beer, they should have had everybody come with at least a couple of beers under their belt, and let's have a drunken Washington roundtable. Wouldn't that be even better? Do it at a bar. Maybe just do it at a bar. The junkies. The junkies on that show they do, they should be drunk before they even. I don't know. That might be the first officially. You don't know how many of these Washington Roundtable guys on Face the Nation Meet the Press maybe have a snort before they go on. But I mean, really, out and out drunken brawl on one of these talk shows. But anyhow, Gordon Peterson, an interesting what he says there is that he wanted to have the final call on the show. Then that basically means I don't want Sinclair to come in and tell me what to do. He knows Albritton is selling the station, and sometime in early 2014, Sinclair, the evil clutches will come from Hunt Valley down the BW Parkway and snatch Channel 7. And it's going to be a youth movement there. They're going to bring Kai Jackson in from Baltimore there from Channel 13, and he's going to replace Leon Harris and all these other things. And Gordon kind of sees the writing on the wall. Gordon is an intelligent guy. He's probably not a crackpot righty, and he probably realizes that Sinclair's kind of crackpot righty. And so I think he's probably saying to himself, this is a good time to end it. Sinclair's going to come in, and who knows what they're going to make me do. They're going to make me read stuff, Barack Obama, it was born in Kenya. No, he's probably thinking, it's just a good time to end it. It's been 25 years or whatever, and, the station changing ownership. Time to move on. All right, folks. So that's about all I got for you this month. This Sunday edition where we kind of do that. Adam Tuss. He jumped over from WTOP as the sprawl and crawl local transportation reporter back in September of 2012. And now, this morning, according to my sources, he's been anchoring on their morning newscast. He's been reporting there, but now he's actually doing some anchoring duties. So, Jim Vance, watch out. Christy Christy McIntyre leaving Fresh. CBS is making a lot of cuts all over the country at a lot of the radio stations, all over the place. We don't know if this Christy McIntyre leaving as midday gal there on Fresh, is that her intention or is that a cut? This whole thing with Holden Kushner over there at WJFK. Holden Kushner now is no longer partnered with Danny Rouillet at 10 o'clock, in the mornings on WJFK. And is it a cut? Is he being diminished? Is he now a part-timer? They say he's staying with the station. I really think there's a movement over there at JFK to move Don Geronimo into some bigger time slot. Don is doing evenings. I think that was just kind of a test thing. Hey, see how it goes. He sounds good. Don sounds good. I mean, he doesn't sound like the Don from the Don and Mike show. He sounds at the top of his. I really think he sounds good, and he's good on a sports talk station. He knows sports, and I think he does very well on that. And I think if they play it right, I think they can really use Don Geronimo. Maybe move him into middays. Maybe have him paired with Danny Rouillet. It would be the Don Geronimo show with Danny Rouillet. The Don Geronimo show with Danny Rouillet. And then, hey, if LeVar leaves, you move Don over there with Chad Dukes. It's the Don Geronimo show with Chad Dukes. But I don't know, JFK needs something to spice up the ratings. And that's what the heck. I think that's as good as anything. Katie Couric's talk show gig canceled. I mean, poor Katie. She left the Today Show. She went and did CBS News, was anchor there, bombed pretty bad. Now she did a talk show for 2 years, bombed at that. I don't know. I think maybe she's a rich gal. I'm sure she's well. I'm sure she does very well money-wise. She ought to just take a breather, go off and lay on a Caribbean island for a while, and maybe come back and get back into the Washington market. Maybe she could do I don't know. Get on Channel 7. She can hey, there's an idea. Go to Channel 7 and do some anchoring over there. Yeah, she needs to be back in the local Washington market, I think. That's what I would do. All right, folks, that's our big news for today. Tip of the camo cap, which I'm not wearing at the moment, to Bob Madigan, the man about town there at WTOP, and a tip of the camo cap to Gordon Peterson. Both of them will be missed. Thanks for watching Dave TV on this 22nd of December. Don't forget, help support our site. All right. 16 years. I've been doing Dave TV. I've been doing DCR TV. I've only been doing Dave TV for a couple years, but anyhow, help support DCR TV. Send us a few bucks. I appreciate it. We are not we're not at the Washington Post, Media Bistro, Gawker. None of those companies own us. We're an independent site, one-man site. So, the independence is what's important here. So help support DCR TV. Just click on that little support linky dinky at the top of DCR TV's front page, and you get all the information. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Book 'em, Dano.